Okay, for the next chart, we are going to plot the average scores in percentages varying across the three tests, CA1, CA2, and actually here should be CA3. Okay, so those test scores are found in the first sheet. First sheet, you will see that CA1, CA2, and CA3. Okay, so as with how you plot graphs earlier, we start with a chart. So what we are, let me just construct the chart below here. CA1, CA2, and CA3. Okay, and I'm just going to color that, bold it. Okay, so these are the tests that we want, and we're going to find the average scores there. Okay, so to do the average score of CA1, we're going to type in here equal to average open bracket. While the cursor is still here, we need to quickly grab all the 500 students CA1 score from the first page. Okay, so cursor still there, navigate to the first page, and we're going to grab all 500 CA1 scores here. Alright, once you've selected the CA1 scores, hit enter, and that will give you the average CA1 score was for all 500 students was 24.7871. Let's do the same for CA2, equal average open bracket. While the cursor is still there, navigate to the first page, and CA2 scores are over here, going all the way up back to here. Once you've got them selected, press enter. Okay, that is CA2. And lastly, for the CA3, do the same, equal average, and navigate your way to the first sheet and grab all the CA3 scores here. Okay, select it properly, then press enter. Alright, and let's look at these three averages. So I select them, and just to neaten things up, I'm going to put them to, let's say, 2 decimal places. Now if you look at this CA1, CA2, you find that students did slightly better for CA2. Okay, but if you look at CA3, this 39.5 compared to 24 something, it looks like they did way better. But actually CA1 was upon 40. Let me just put in the total. CA2 also upon 40, but CA3 was upon 60. So you can compare the first two directly because they are upon 40, but when you're looking at CA3, you cannot compare this 39.5 with the first two because it's upon 60. Okay, so what we really need here is the percentage average. Okay, so these are the what you call the average raw scores. This is the percentage average scores. Okay, and so what we're going to calculate over here, equal to this average that we have, click it, put it upon 40, enter. Okay, same for the CA2, equal to the average raw score upon 40, enter. And lastly, for CA3, equal to average raw upon 60, enter. So now we have the three. Let's format it, click the percentage sign, and so we can now compare the average scores by percentage, and now they are all put to upon 100 versus 40, 40, 60. Okay, and now you can't really tell the difference between CA1 and CA2 because it has been rounded off. So let's open up, let's say, 2 decimal places. So we look at CA1 was slightly lower than CA2, the average. Okay, and CA3 was indeed better scoring. Okay, so we're going to plot this, okay, this thing, like x-axis and y-axis. Okay, and earlier when we plotting this chart, we did a selection and we just insert chart. So we had like x-axis, y-axis, right? X-axis and y-axis like that. So now how do we get this x-axis and y-axis selected at the same time without, you know, it's going across this middle, you know, can you delete this or what? So here's a simple trick. When you select the first select the x-axis, these three values, while holding down the control key. Okay, I repeat, control key on your keyboard. I'm going to press and hold down the control key. Then I'm going to select these, the y-axis values. Okay, then let go of my click, let go of the control key. So now I have these two selected and I can go for the insert chart. Okay, so that selected, insert, and let's go for recommended chart. Okay, now you can go for 3 column, but I'm really looking for a line graph which did not come out on the recommended. So the line graph is actually found, yeah, line graph, this one, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll go with the first line graph. Okay, and let's just move this to the side. Okay, and as usual, let's do some formatting. This is the average scores in percentage. So the chart title, average scores percentage. Okay, across CA1, CA2, and CA3. So let's format the axis. Okay, just correcting the title. Let's for the x-axis, I would, let's say, add in some major grid lines so we have some more demarcation. The other thing is that the y-axis, they have zoomed in on this, the on this region. If you put it actually to 100%, you'll find that the increase is not very much. So I think we can leave it as such. Okay, by the way, there are different designs for the chart. Currently this is a plain design. So let's say I click the second one, okay, up here under design. Okay, the different colors and the preview. I want the one with dots, so let's go for this second one. Okay, and then you have the dots and so on. Okay, so up to you. How you get that menu out is you got to click on the chart and then the design will come out. Okay, there are different other kinds of design, so you can pick one that is suitable. Alright, so maybe one with lines. Yeah. Okay, so that is how you do a graph or a line graph. This is a line graph. Okay, that's chart number 2.